Okay, I need to ask you something, and I need you to answer honestly, not to me, just to yourself. When is the last time you felt completely secure about your income? Not hopeful, not optimistic, actually secure. Because I've been watching some things happen over the past 2 years that I cannot stop thinking about. And it's not a conspiracy, it's not a theory. It is showing up in the job numbers, in the layoff announcement, in the LinkedIn posts from people who did everything right and still lost their position. AI is not coming for jobs. It already has them. This is Prepped and Petty. I'm Mama Kay, and today we are talking about what that actually means, and more importantly, what you can do about it. Buckle up and let's go. All right, friends, let's start with the facts because I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to inform you. And then I'm here to tell you what prepared people do with this information. Here's what's actually happening right now. Writing jobs down 33% since 2022. Graphic design and creative roles down 28%. Customer service being gutted in industry after industry. Entry level coding, the thing everyone said was recession proof, being automated at a rate that has the tech world quietly panicking. I don't know code, yet I have AI personally make code and I copy and paste it into the other code thing and it makes this epic website. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but I know I'm talking to AI about the code, giving me the code, and then I copy and paste the code. Yeah. And this is not theoretical future talk. This is the numbers today, right now. But here's the part that gets me. The people losing these jobs, they did what they were told. They went to school, they got the degree, they built the portfolio, they accumulated massive debt to go to school. They showed up and they worked hard. And then one day, they got an email that said, hey, and I'm paraphrasing here, thank you for your service. We found a more efficient solution. More efficient solution was a subscription to a software tool that costs less per month than a tank of gas. Now, I am not here to tell you AI is evil. I am not here to tell you that technology is the enemy. I use technology every single day on my homestead. Heck, I am recording this on technology right now. But I am here to tell you that any system that you do not control can be taken away. And that is the preparedness principle as old as time. Don't depend entirely on things you don't control. Your employer is a system you do not control. Your job title is a system you do not control. Your industry, absolutely a system you do not control. The question is, what do you control? And that is exactly what we're going to talk about today. Let's talk about who this is hitting the hardest because it is not hitting everyone equally. And I want to be honest about this because I think it matters. First of all, I am recording this with my own voice, not an AI voice, even though I totally could with like 11 Labs or whatever, but I'm not. The workers being hit hardest right now are entry-level workers, the people just starting out who were supposed to be building experience. Yes, AI is doing entry-level work, which means those rungs up the ladder, some of them are disappearing. Creative workers, writers, designers, photographers, marketers, the people who were told your creativity makes you irreplaceable. Turns out creativity can be approximated cheaply. Remote knowledge workers, the people who moved entirely into digital, screen-based work, exactly the kind of work AI does fast. And here's the pattern I cannot stop thinking about. The jobs that are surviving, the jobs that are actually growing, they're the ones that require an actual human body in a physical space doing a physical thing. Trades, agriculture, care work, skilled hands-on labor. You know, the stuff our grandparents did, the stuff we were told to move away from. And I find that both deeply ironic and honestly a little validating because everything I do on my homestead, everything I talk about on sustainablepreppers.com, every skill I've built with my actual hands, or building on my little 1 acre here in Mexico, that is work that cannot be automated. And that is what I'm here to talk to you about. Just a side note, that Pollo Palace that my friend and I built was with our hands out of pallets. AI can't do that. Yeah, I could probably go buy a 3D printer and have it 3D print that, but do I have the resources for that right now? No. but pallets I could get cheap, and a hammer and nails, I can do that. Anyway, here's what I want to reframe for you today, because I think most people hear quote unquote homesteading and they think lifestyle choice, aesthetic, chickens on Instagram content. And yes, the chickens are very photogenic. I will not pretend otherwise. But what I actually want you to hear is this: building real world, hands-on, physical skills is one of the most economic moves you can make right now. Not as a backup plan, but as a primary strategy. What happens when you grow your own food? Your grocery bill drops. That is money that stays in your household regardless of what the economy does, regardless of what your employer does, regardless of what AI does. Think about what happens when you learn to preserve, to repair, to build, to maintain. Every skill you develop is a bill you don't have to pay someone else to handle. It's not just self-sufficiency, it's financial resilience. And it kind of rhymes. Every skill is not a bill. Haha. Anyway, think about what happens when you have food storage. I mean, real food storage. You have buying power. You have stability. You have the ability to weather a period of income disruption without going into survival mode immediately. So when the Texas freeze happened in 2021, people lost power, they lost income, lost access to stores for days. The people who had food stored, who had water, who had skills, they were calm. They were helping their neighbors, and they were fine. The people who had nothing prepared, nightmare. And I want you to hear me clearly when I say this. An AI disruption to your income is a slow-moving version of that same emergency. It is a system failing you, and the response is the same. Prepare your household, reduce your dependence on systems you don't control, build skills that make you valuable and resilient no matter what the economy does. I'm not going to leave you with a problem and not a path forward. This is not what we do here. Here is actually practical start of the week action plan. Step 1, audit your skills for physical hand-on value. What can you do that requires your actual body in an actual space? And if the answer is not much, that is the gap to close. Pick one. Gardening, basic carpentry, food preservation, first aid, one thing, start there. Okay. Step 2, start reducing what you depend on. Every dollar you don't have to spend is a dollar that buys your time if your income changes. So grow something, preserve something, fix something instead of replacing it. Reduce one bill. Step 3, build your food security. I don't care if you start with 3 weeks of pantry staples and a pot of herbs on your windowsill. Start. I know I've said this before in a previous episode, but that's the most important thing is starting. Because once you start, the snowball effect can happen. That cushion, even a small cushion, changes your stress level and your decision-making when things get hard. So step 4 is diversify your income now, which is what I'm doing as well. Not when you need to. I mean now, yesterday, 5 minutes ago. Stop thinking about it and start doing. What skills do you have that someone would pay for directly, not through an employer, but person to person? That could be tutoring, repairs, food, crafts, teaching what you know. Think about it. Start small, but start. And you can even do it online if you have to, right? That's why we're building stuff online. So step 5 is build your community. Because here's the thing that AI absolutely cannot replace. The neighbor who shares their harvest with you, the community member who teaches you a skill, the local network that means you're not facing hard times alone. That is irreplaceable. That is human. And that is the most underrated prep of all. So here is where I leave you today. The AI shift is real. The job disruption is real. The uncertainty is real. And I'm not going to tell you it's fine and not to worry. What I am going to tell you is this. The people who come through disruption, any disruption, economic or otherwise, are not the people who predicted it perfectly. They are the people who prepared. They have food, they have skills, they have community. They're not entirely dependent on systems that can fail them. And the person with a garden, a pantry, a skill, and a neighbor they trust, that person sleeps at night, no matter what the headlines say. Stay calm, stay sassy, stay prepared. Hey, before you go, don't you dare close this episode without doing one thing. If today totally lit fire under you and you're thinking, okay, I actually need to start building something that lasts. I have something for you to make it easy to start. So go to sustainablepreppers.com and grab your free 72-hour emergency checklist. I'll have the link available. And it's the exact basics every household should have. No overwhelm, no bunker required, just the essentials. Done in one simple checklist. Completely free. You literally have no excuse. Go get it. And if you're ready to go deeper, if you want a full system, the full framework, everything I know and others know about building a household that can handle whatever comes, check out the Survival Vault. It's everything: food storage, water systems, real world skills, community building, income resilience, and built for people with normal lives who just want to be ready. The link is also below. So go check it out. And hey, if this episode made you think, made you look at your pantry differently, made you Google, can I fit a raised bed in my garden? Then yes, by the way, leave me a review. Share this with one person who needs to hear it. So let's build this community together, because that is the actual part of the prep. Next time, stay calm, stay capable, and remember, the person with the garden in the pantry is going to be very popular on their street. I'm Mama Kay. Bye for now.